Hi everyone, this is Smarpit, and I am making this video as a part of my pharmacy assignment from semester 4th. So I am a pharmacy technician student right now in my second year at Humber College, and I'm in my fourth semester right now, and I'm going to my placement soon. Right now I'm doing my college rotations, so I don't know if I'll post this on YouTube. So if I'm posting this on YouTube, then welcome to my YouTube channel, and if not, then hi everyone. Hi pharmacy students. Hi Christine. Hi Josh. Hi Sandra. Hi Ravi. If you're watching this video. So my purpose of making this video is to talk about how to navigate through the pharmacy technician program. So let's get started. I want to start with what my background is, how I started. So I'm an international student. I'm from India, and I did my high school in India, decided that I want to go in Canada. So I chose to study pharmacy tech at Humber, got accepted, landed here, and attended my first class on September 6th or 8th. It was September 6th or 8th, and that's how I started. So, for the people who are concerned before getting into pharmacy, that is pharmacy experience important? I would say it's not important. It definitely gives you an edge in the semester one, but if we talk about like how important it is to have, so I wouldn't say that it's very important to have a pharmacy experience. I was a person who didn't know that what Tylenol or Advil was. Yeah, so I basically didn't have knowledge because it's different in my back home, right? So everything was really new for me. So now I'm talking about each subject. So I want to start with pharmacology. Basically, pharmacology is kind of a tough subject for me. Um, it's just that I know stuff. I know what's in the pharmacology, or I know what I'm doing, but it's like too much information to remember. So that's where I kind of struggle. But how I manage pharmacy over these 2 years, I make sure Christine posted really good videos on Blackboard. I watched them. I watched them during my classes time. I didn't watch it during my exam time, and I read all the chapters alongside it. And Christine gave us MCQs, and she gave us the assignments too. So the assignment basically involved the stuff that was in the textbooks. So I made sure that I'm reading the textbook. I'm not a very big fan of making notes. So if I thought that there's something that I can add from the stuff that was posted on the Blackboard as well as in the Christine's videos. So I noted that stuff on my textbook only. So my textbook is my notes and the reading material. So I went through all the chapters, and when the exam came, so I read the chapter again and I did the drug names. So I would be honest that I wasn't really that punctual with my drug names. I did it the time when the exam came, but I managed with it. I think I have good learning capacity when the time's short. So it totally depends on person to person how they manage it. Some people from my class did it from the very beginning. Some did it during the exam time. Moreover, I would say Quizlets really help. So you can practice it while I was like commuting. So I used to do the Quizlets and stuff. And yeah, that's how I managed my pharmacology. Pharmacology is one subject that stays from semester one till semester four. So you should be good at it. Now let's talk about maths. I know this is point where you know things get challenging a bit for a lot of students. For maths, the semester one passing rate is 80%. For semester two, it's 90, and semester three, it's 100. Yeah, there's an exit exam for maths, which you get 3 attempts, and you have to get 100%, as zero mistakes to pass that. It is doable. It is achievable. You can achieve that. So that's why I'm in the fourth semester. Me and other 33, 35 students are there who are in the final semester, so they all did it. There's no need to panic, no need to worry. I know when the time comes, you will do it, but yeah, don't panic about it. So one thing that I would suggest with maths is like, yeah, you really need to practice. There are some students, I was one of them, who are kind of confident with their math skills. So for me, I used to say, oh, this is easy maths. So for the first test, I didn't take it that seriously, and I lost 2 marks there. So like, develop a habit, I would say, that prepare yourself for the third semester. That okay, your target is not 80% over there. Try to achieve 100. My video got cut off. Sorry. So I was saying that keep that mindset of achieving 100% from the right beginning. So put in your efforts in all the tests that happens. There are 4 tests over each semester, like a first and second, and in third there's just 1 test. So I would say what makes or breaks your math record is your very first exam of the semester. I see a lot of students screwing that up, and then they end up not passing the subject. So take your maths test, the first one, very seriously. And so that is it about maths. Maths is all about practice. So practice as much as you can. Do all the worksheet that Ravi gives you. Do all the maths questions there. Everything should be done before the test. Do the textbook. I did the textbook, Ravi's slides, Ravi's practice paper that she gave. So we did everything. And for the third semester, you will do it. Don't worry about it. You will end up getting pass. No, you'll end up getting 100%. So yeah. But if I share my experience about my exit exam, it's that I was kind of confident that I would do it in my first attempt, but I didn't. I did it in my second attempt. Where I messed up in my first attempt was the DRAMS value. Yeah, so make sure, because you know what happened during the third semester, you don't encounter a lot of prescription that has DRAMS in it. So you kind of like drift apart from the conversions and stuff. So just make sure that you are well aware of that before the exam happens and read the questions properly. That's where a lot of students get the questions wrong. So yeah, for maths, that's it. Now let's talk about labs. So for the labs, the first semester has the pharmacy dispensing lab, where we kind of mock the community settings. So I would say labs are kind of straightforward. Just follow what your instructor says. Do everything on time. And you know what helped a lot? The IDC. So what I did, I printed one IDC for myself, and when I did my prescription for submits or dispense, I kept that IDC there, and I would like tick off everything. Okay, the patient name, like I did IDC on my own prescriptions. Okay, patient name tick, doctor name tick, drug tick. Okay, so didn't tick. So yeah, do the IDCs on yourself too. That's how you kind of maintain a good score in there. And in the second semester, we had the institutional lab as well as the dispensing lab. So dispensing lab, same things goes there. There comes a bit of clarification needed in the prescriptions, but everything's kind of still the same. And but yeah, you do the compounding, and compounding is kind of fun, I would say. I kind of got like exhausted of it at the end. Everyone get exhausted in the end, but yeah, compounding is kind of fun. So you do a lot of things with and you're with your friends chatting and doing all that stuff. So it's nice. The compounding lab is nice. It's not something that you should be worried of. And then comes the institutional lab. Institutional lab. Oh, I've institutional lab scared me for the first time. I used to get a lot of IDCs wrong in my institutional lab. But yeah, with the time you get to know, like you develop your own strategies on how to perform the IDCs. What I did, I wouldn't look at the bin directly and got confused. No, I didn't do that. I would look at the first. I would just pick out the first drug, okay, and then match it. Okay, everything. Am I doing it right? Am I doing it right? Okay, this thing, tick, 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 and that's how I did one by one. Just don't panic by looking all of drugs at all at once. So yeah, that's for the institutional lab, and then comes in the third semester dispensing, institutional, and aseptic. So dispensing and institutional kind of stay the same. There's nothing new, I would say, really new. And then the aseptic lab, yes, that's where you do your things. Aseptic lab, I would say that scoring in aseptic lab is not really that hard. When we talk about the daily work, it's okay in there. Just make sure that you're doing the safe procedures, like don't stab yourself. I stabbed myself. One of my other classmates also did. So yeah, that happens. It happens. Don't panic. I stabbed myself for the first time in the midterm. So yeah, I kind of panicked there, but I managed to get good grades in that one. And the IDCs, I think IDCs, you really need to actually like understand what goes in the IDC. So practice for that. Ravi gives you practice stations too. So make sure you do that. Don't be lazy in that. Oh no, I'll just do the one that's for the marks. Practice for your IDCs too. And I didn't get very good score in the finals in the aseptic lab. I didn't do well on IDCs, but yeah, I managed to pass. So it's okay. It's not a very big deal that if you don't get 100% or anything. I learned this lesson very late. You should keep this in mind. It's okay. But yeah, it's not okay to not get 100% in the maths exam. You have to get 100% in that one. Yeah, that's it for the labs. How's the licensing process once you graduate? So once you graduate from Humber College or like any other college that is accredited by the OCP, so you have to write license exams with PEBC. So there are usually two sittings of that exam in 1 year. One is in the summer and the other is in the fall. So the licensing roughly cost around $3,500 to $4,500. So yeah, start saving for it from the very beginning. And it usually includes the stuff that you have been studying throughout your 2 years, and a lot of practice goes in there. So once you graduate, you start practicing for it. Take your time, write the exams when you want to. It's not very necessary that you have to write it like in the very next setting. So that's how the licensing works. And I have written down the pointers here, what I want to discuss next. So I have a few questions from the first year students. What is the process of placement? Is previous experience taken into account? Resume references needed? So the process of placement is kind of smooth but kind of hectic too. So on your part, what you have to do, like no resume, no reference are required, no previous year experience is taken into account. It is the college responsibility to place you once you have fulfilled all the requirements. So for requirements for the placement are it's the a lot of vaccinations that's needed, and there's a list on the Humber website that okay, these are the non-medicinal requirements, these are the medicinal requirements. No, sorry, what's the term? Non-medical requirements, something like that. So like you need to get your police check done, you need to do the CPR training, BLS, and all that stuff. I would recommend do that all that over the summer break. Once you enter the third semester, you kind of have everything in place. Get your vaccinations done during the summertime, because Hep B vaccine, it is like after 1 month. Like first you take first dose, and then the second is after 1 month, and the third is after 6 months. You just need two doses for the clearance happens in November. So make sure you have everything with you once you like enter the third semester. Just don't keep all that for the very last moment. Start preparing for the placements ahead of the time. I started in my very beginning of my summer break. So Sandra conducted this class where we were informed like what are the basic requirements. So we went according to that and managed to get our clearance done on time. That's it for the clearance, I would say. It's basically the responsibility of college. They will give you the list of your options, and you will select 10 for community and 10 for your hospital. So you'll spend 5 weeks in hospital, 5 weeks in community, and 5 weeks in college in your semester 4. And yes, that's it for the placements. I'm excited for my placement. I'm going to Toronto Journal, so yeah, I'm excited. Someone asked me that is second year hard. To be honest, yes, I would say it doesn't get easier with the time, but yeah, you kind of get used to it. So second year involves a lot of labs. In third semester, it's more labs and less theory, but in the first year, it's more theoretical and less of the labs. So you'll be in your labs 3 days a week and just like 2 days of theory, so it's not that much. Oh, for the hardest one, I would say those were actually not the pharmacy subject that I found the hardest. I found these genetics and ESOLs and RITs the hardest. So those were not really my subjects. So I struggled a lot in them. But yeah, I managed to pass them with a good grade. Yes. So this is about the second year. So now I want to talk about what I would have done differently in my journey of this 2 year at Humber College. I think that I should have taken things easy on myself. I was too hard on myself from the very beginning. But yeah, you learn things with the time. As Josh says, that I'm turned into a human. I was not a human earlier, but yeah, I would take things a bit easier on myself. And for the pharmacotherapeutics, for the drug names especially, I would be on time with them. I wouldn't procrastinate with it, and I think that's it. For everyone who's enrolled in the pharmacy technician program, that find a job of pharmacy assistant. That really helps. It will really help you in your license exam. You get a lot of experience from there, and then you develop your skills there. You develop communication skills. You know how to talk with patients. You know how to take your phone calls and everything like that. So yeah, that really helps. So try to find a job. I know it's kind of hard, but try to find one. Yes, that's it. So bye for now. That was it. It was kind of nice making this video. And yeah, I'll see you or not see you next time. But yeah, all the best.